Imagine walking into your office every single morning before you opened your inbox, before you've checked your calendar, before you've looked at your CRM, someone has already analyzed your entire business. They reviewed your sales pipeline, checked your marketing performance, looked at yesterday's KPIs, found your bottlenecks in your business, and prioritized today's most important task. Then handed you a clear action plan for the day. Now imagine that person never sleeps, never takes holidays off, can analyze thousands of data points in seconds, and is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. That's the future of business. And that's exactly why every successful company has someone responsible for operations. Think about some of the greatest companies in the world. When Steve Jobs was transforming Apple, one of the people helping him turn his vision into reality was Tom Cook, serving as the chief operating officer before eventually becoming the CEO. At Facebook, one of the biggest reasons the company scaled so quickly was Sheryl Sandberg. She was acting as the COO. She built the operational systems that transformed Facebook into a fast-growing startup into one of the most valuable companies today like we know it. Visionaries create direction, and CCOs, shall I say, create execution. One inspires the future, the other one actually makes sure it happens. Now imagine every single small business, every consultant, every angel, agency, every founder, and every local business could actually access that level of operational talent. Not £4 million salary, but through a AI chief operating officer that understands your business, that monitors your metrics, that coordinates your AI workforce and tells you exactly what you need to happen next. That's what I have been building. And in today's video, I'm taking you inside my AI Chief Operating Officer. You shall see how it analyzes my business every single morning, how it prioritizes revenue, marketing, operations, how it coordinates dozens of specialist AI agents, and why I believe every business in the future will have a chief operating officer sitting at a center of its business. So let's jump in to my AI command center and I will show you exactly how it works. Literally, we got some leads coming through one of the markets that we're working with, which is dental clinics and ad spas, some of our own internal offers. So literally, I have to follow up those leads, send them a Loom video, which is telling me, and literally, yeah, the next steps of action. So every morning I come in to the office, right? I liaise with my chief operating officer agent. I want you to understand this, right? And it gives me a diagnosis of what actually needs to happen for the day, right? So let's go and see, right? In this side part, right, it's actually telling me, right, these are agents which I need to activate and put to work, right? So the appointed, let's just run through this, right? So launch a lead reactivation campaign, right? Right, I need to let that agent kick into action, book free discovery calls, right? I need to activate the action, create and publish high performing content. So these are what I need to like put to work, right? Mission, weekly leads, right? Reminders is telling me, right? Everything what's happening, right? So now if I open the missions, right? Let me open up our missions, right? The missions is where we set missions, right? So this is really powerful, right? Sometimes we have, before I go into that, right, it's important for you to understand. Let me go into our agents, right? We've got a stack roster of agents, right? But missions is where each, rather than an agent working in isolation, we group agents together and create daily missions, daily routines, right? So let me just show you an example. Mission control. This is the mission control. I can liaise with the mission control, ask it question, right? This is my mission control manager, right? What's actually taking place today, right? Let me, can we set up some missions?
today, right? So I'm liaising literally, right? I'm liaising like I'm speaking to human beings, right? This is mission control. So we got the agents, and then we're saying, all right, what missions we can set up today? Absolutely, right? Let's get the missions live today, right? First of all, what's immediate business priorities facing right now? More booked calls, content creation to scale, lead reactivation to reactivate database from our system campaigns, ad campaigns running, right? Sales performance information, 2, right? What assets and data I already have? YouTube videos. So this is how I liaise, right? Literally, right? Now you can see, right, how the agents are working together, right? I got my chief operating officer agent, right? And if you was on the platform, the same would happen to you. You have a chief operating officer who understands, right, your business playbook. But before, I've kind of like jumped in deep into this, right? I'm going to give you an understanding. So I'm going to come back to that. But now this is where we group a group of missions working together, right? A group of agents working together. But let me just exit this for a second, right? And I'm going to go into the business playbook, right? Because the business playbook is where, right, we develop our industry standard playbook, right? This is another ethos, right? Because like agents, right? Agents need to have a brain. They need to coerce and work together, right? So in our platform, we develop a playbook for every business that we work with. So we have an overview. We have the IPC for the business, right? The demographic, who we're targeting, right? The psychodemics, the pain points, the goals, right? The buy-in triggers. We have the sales process, right? The booking process, the discovery framework, the closing style, the follow-up sequence. We have ads and hooks when we're developing campaign for that specific business. We have objections, right? How we handle objections in that business. We have operational SOPs, how we operate as a company, as a playbook, right? And then we have a knowledge book bank, right? Where we upload company documents, company assets, company artifacts, right? So this is so important because every single agent, right, before they do their daily task, they operate from this playbook, right? So that's why I said it's not an agent operating independently. So let me go back into our agent employee, right? So here's a database of some of the agents that we have, right? I'm just going to show you an example, right? What we have to do. So these agents can operate independently, but they're not sufficient, right? So what we do, like I'm going to go to a example. Let me go to look, we've got our Google Maps lead gen agent. We have to turn the novel of the agent on. Once we turn it on, playbook injected enabled. This AI agent now understands the context in which they're working and understands the playbook, right? So this is so important, right? So this is a new agent I developed, a lost revenue calculator agent. What I'm going to do from time to time, I'm going to go to the individual agents and give you a breakdown what they do. And also you're going to see me developing them, maintaining the platform, right? So this agent, I just developed it, right? This agent is what we use when we're on sales calls to close clients, right? So I'm going to turn the agent on so it can have knowledge about our playbook, our company, and what we do. So that's why I said we're in an awesome time, what we're living in. So when the agent is turned on, now it can activate that playbook. It's not working independent of itself.
So hopefully this has given you a complete different perspective on what a AI Chief Operating Officer actually is. This isn't just another chatbot asking questions. This is an executive level AI that's designed to think about your business every single day, to identify the biggest priorities, coordinate your AI workforce, monitor your KPIs, and to make sure the most important things in your business get done. I believe this is where business is heading. And in the same way that large companies have CEOs, COOs, CFOs, and executive leadership teams, small businesses will soon have AI executives working alongside them, not to replace them, but to give them the operational leverage that was once only available to billion-dollar companies. And that's exactly what I'm going to be building on my daily live stream over the next 100 days. You will see AI agents, new missions, new features, and exactly how we're creating an AI agentic workforce that helps business grow faster, operate smarter, and reclaim their time. So if you want to build your own AI powered business, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on my journey, and I would like you to experience what an actual CEO will do for your own business. Check out the link in the description to learn more about Supreme X and our next beta program, and how we're taking on people for our next 4th program to come on to our platform, right? And experience it for yourself. The future belongs to the bold. So those of you who have an AI, Chief Operations Officer and Executive talent in your business, you will surely be light years ahead of the rest.